I'm just going to say this right at the top of the show here.
I did not see that coming.
Welcome to a Summerslam edition. To Wednesday night is overbooked. Even though we're not overbooked, it's just me and myself. It's myself and LeftEyeEgo. Ego, how are you, sir?
Drinking because I did not see that coming, man. Wow. What a surprise.
Yes.
What a surprise.
And we've already got folks in the chat already. Eric Douglas, what y'all drinking? I got me some Jameson. Cannot go wrong with Jameson. And, of course, I like my trailer park beer. I'm going with some good old MGD.
I'm keeping it old school with the Miller Lite. And because I dress like a highlighter, I drink like a highlighter, too.
Brokeback Brock. Holy crap, that's hilarious. And then we've also got, where was it? This is bullshit. We want to live. Instead, we got both Seth and Lesnar. Well, we will get to all of that soon enough. Oh, my gosh. So, thank you for stopping by for this special edition after PLE. Wednesday night is overbooked. Be sure to check all of our links down below in the description. We all have YouTube channels. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Share the stream with your friends. This costs you nothing. Oh, but yeah, please, definitely.
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
Oh my goodness. Holy shit. What? And then did not see that coming whatsoever. But let's start with the weekend on a whole. So, Ego, I said that in my content that this should have been an apology for the lackluster show that WrestleMania was. Do you think the WWE delivered on a whole a better show than WrestleMania?
It was certainly entertaining. It's still not WrestleMania. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd have to have another WrestleMania to make up for the lackluster WrestleMania for the year before, in my eyes. Like, I try to keep it 1-to-1. Like, how good was this SummerSlam compared to last year's SummerSlam? It was better than last year's SummerSlam. That's the only thing that I can really compare it to. I don't really see course corrections like that, but I mean, it was certainly enjoyable. I will say that, especially for it being the first 2-night PLE for SummerSlam. They actually delivered and made it very entertaining.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Nice.
Thank you, Wade. A real Wade Get Gaming, a friend of the channel here. I personally thought the show on a whole was better than WrestleMania. It's not to say this show did not have faults, and we will go over that. Over that in full. Yeah. But I think both main events in this instance were better than whereas WrestleMania we had one good main event and one shitty one. This one, just take out Travis Scott, and it's already a better main event than the WrestleMania. I'm just saying.
That's true.
So we're going to start. We're going to do a quick overview of night one.
All right.
So as we go right here. Okay. Ego, was there any matches that you particularly liked and why?
That I liked, I will actually say, you know what? CM Punk Gunther. I liked it surprisingly well.
Okay. And that does surprise me because knowing you, I would think this would have been right up your alley. This was more of a spot fest. This is more of a classic professional wrestling match.
I liken it to the fact that because I never got to see CM Punk's classic matches before, that this would have been my first time seeing what would amount to a classic for you guys. And so I for the what that was like, was it a 30-minute match, 40-minute match?
About half an hour, yeah.
It was a solid half an hour match. There weren't any lull spots to me for two classic wrestlers that are tacticians to wrestle. You know what I mean? Like, but as far as CM Punk saying, "Yo, I want the Iron Man match," I like those kinds of matches. He made the match interesting. Whereas when he had Gunther versus Cody Rhodes, that in Crown Jewel, that was a snooze fest for me. And to an extent, some parts of night too. But I mean, I was like, wow, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. This has actually got me like invested. Even though I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen, I was really invested in the match.
Okay, so let's go through this whole thing because, like I said, this I thought would have been right up your alley. This opened the show, and this, like I said, was an absolute spot fest.
Yeah.
I did not expect Roman Reigns jumping over the top rope.
Wow.
And overshooting everybody was not on my bingo card
at all. No, I did not see that coming.
But outcome is not what I would have. The one that I said the Browns should have won this match. You really want to build Braun. You really want to build Braun Breaker as this unstoppable force. This new up and coming star. But like I said, we did see something in this match with a little bit of character where Roman Reigns actually did his first like bona fide babyface thing when he pushed Jey Uso out of the way and he ate that spear from Braun.
The champ. Yeah.
And let Jey get the finish. He got the spear on Bronson Reed. He got the splash. Bronson Reed is now by de facto the guy who's just going to eat the pins in this group. It's kind of sad, but you know. Yeah. But the baby faces went over on this one. Again, not what I would have done it, but it was a fun match to watch.
Yeah, it was good spot fest. Yeah.
Then we had this, and this kind of played out almost exactly as I thought it would. We did get a title change. Yeah. The team of Charlexa, God, I can't. And again, defeated the ladies from the Judgment Day. Now, hold on. Joker, I'm confused. I remember recently in the interview that he would never bring back Brock Lesnar. This whole situation is probably involved with that. You know, apparently either that situation is resolved and we know nothing about that. I'm sure there will be some press releases.
Ooh, we're going to have to be
coming out because this is going to be something that's going to be asked.
Yes, definitely.
No idea. Now, as far as this match goes, actually, surprisingly to me, the best part of this match was Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I will say that the Raquel, ever since she's heeded the advice of Kevin Nash of being a big, has performed very, very well.
Yes.
Now, the match was kind of ho-hum right until that ending sequence when Alexa inadvertently just clocked Charlotte.
Yeah.
And then the energy picked up.
Yeah. Agreed.
The next two matches were not that great. Sammy and Karrion. As I said, this should have been a Raw episode.
Agreed.
And I still think this way. And just based on the outcome, I'm not going to lie, we may have seen the last of Karrion Kross.
I believe that too. I definitely believe that.
And it's a shame because he has gotten over with his promo work, with his character work. It just seems that something, when it comes to in-ring, is not connecting.
In-ring, okay, gotcha.
So
that sucks.
And again, I could easily see him going over to TNA.
Oh yeah,
where we have where they have this loose partnership with NXT, and I think he could do well, or he could go on the indies and make a killing.
Okay.
So
Makes sense.
he's not going to be he won't be starving.
Okay, that was I was wondering that because gotcha, that makes sense. Okay.
And then we come to this, the match I was afraid of. The shortest match I think of the entire the weekend. This went about 7 minutes total.
It's about right.
And now WWE did get the right call.
Very true. Very true.
Now, Ego, you've been the big Jade Cargill revival. I guess you've had a rebirth with your thoughts of Miss Jade Cargill. Your thoughts on this match?
I mean, I agree with Bradley Duke Devil, who said it when we were chatting about it. It lasted as long as it needed to last. I had no doubt that Tiffany was going to retain. There's nowhere for it to go if it changes to Jade, because again, there's no one you can put in front of Jade that you could see losing to her. Like, not at and the thing is, it's not at this level. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you're at this level, you're competing for a championship, there are other contenders that are just as good, if not better. And I see at least 5 or 6 that are better than Jade that I can see if she won the next PLE, you're losing to Stephanie Vacure. That's not assuming that Blake Monroe wouldn't be on the way. You'd lose to her too. Like, there are so many that she would have lost to. So I'm like, by process of elimination, to me, she couldn't win. Huh? BFAB? I don't see her having that much of a chance against BFAB, because BFAB had at least a spot in the TLC. They only are lucky this is August. It doesn't count for August yet till Wednesday. But no, okay, I'll write that shit down. I forgot BFAB was still available. So when I saw BFAB hit her spot on night 2, I was like, oh, at least they gave her a shine. I've tried. I've really tried. And the IWC is not helping my case at all. Any hope or credence I would give her, the IWC is completely wiping out. So yeah, I knew without a doubt it was going to be Tiffany.
And as far as the one you still carry the torch for, Mr. Uso.
That's fair. It was awesome. That was awesome. Yes.
It was not. It was not awesome. But I think with this match, okay, I think we've cracked the formula. I think we've cracked a formula here. Matches need to be slow and a deliberate pace for Jade to perform well.
Agreed. Yes.
Because for the most part, this match had a very deliberate plotting pace, and that's fine with Tiffany too, because she has power moves as well. That Alabama Slam, Jade's legs are just too long to do that move. Next time, do a spine buster. It's when the match has to pick up pace that Jade gets in trouble. Case in point, the finish when that Jaded and rolls her. I'm like,
to the rope, right?
To the corner, and actually,
okay. Is that what that's what that was, right? Because I was like, I saw it and I was like, I was like, did she do that shit on purpose? Like,
I don't know. I mean, she could have easily rolled her to the middle of the ring, because everyone kicks out of everyone kicks out of finishers. Would not have been a big deal.
It would not have.
And then we come to surprisingly the best match of night 1 up until the main event.
Gotcha. Okay.
Again, I know for celebrity matches, I usually do not have high hopes on these.
No.
I thought Jelly Roll performed very well.
He did.
And for those folks who still are detractors of Logan Paul. The guy is very good.
Legit.
He is very, very good. By the way, I'd like to thank everyone who is in the chat right now. Be sure that you do engage the stream. Either hit that like button, give a comment, or give a comment after the show is over. This puts us in the algorithm. This also counts to the watch hours, as YouTube has changed the rules. So if you don't mind,
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
and I just got word we are at 6 likes. We are over halfway to double digits. That is our goal for every stream. And I guess Ego and Joker, what are your opinions of how Jelly Roll performed? Ego, let's start with you.
Surprisingly well. I had full intentions of putting the remote on pause for 12 or 13 minutes of this match and then skipping right past it. But I was too lazy and the remote was too far away, so I said I'm going to watch it. And I'm glad I did, because it was actually really good. Jelly Roll hit the spots that he needed. He actually sold the moves. Like that actual, the frog splash from Logan Paul with the camera glasses on. We cannot go without saying he had camera glasses on for that spot. It was, dear God, it was awesome. But I mean, the way that he sold that for 5 seconds, I thought he was really hurt. But I mean, the fact that he dragged it out for a solid 3 minutes and then turned back around to go back into the ring, that's how you sell. That's how you let someone know the devastation of a move, even though you've got that guy by a weight of 200 pounds. Even though you outweigh Logan Paul by a solid 200 pounds, it looked like it hurt. So, I mean, he did a fantastic job. Usually when you have celebrities in these matches, they're going to get...
It was confirmed that at the start of the day, Jelly Roll was under 300 pounds.
Wow, man. Wow, that was great for him. Great for him. I mean, that's really good. I mean, good.
And from what I've heard about his journey, because they had this interview with Stephanie the McMahon, because he wanted to do this, he actually changed his entire lifestyle.
Wow.
Changed the way he eat, changed the way he's actually doing like normal, not really like a weight training, but a training to build up the cardio, build up his.
That's awesome.
So he's actually had an entire lifestyle change.
You know what? I cannot hate on Jelly Roll. He won me over completely. That he did a solid match. So he completely won me over. So he did a really good job.
Well, Eric, that's a topic for another time, and because he wanted to say he's another Tessa Black entrant. Well, another time. Perhaps we're going to focus primarily on the SummerSlam the weekend here, and then that brought us to the main event: Gunther versus CM Punk. Half an hour match where basically CM Punk just got his ass beat for half an hour.
Pretty much.
I mean, how much offense did Punk really mount in that entire match?
Not a lot, man. Not a lot.
He got beat pillar to post for like half an hour.
He did.
But the crafty veteran finds a way to sneak out a win, because when Gunther, as his character is, completely arrogant, goes up to gloat, and he's standing on the announce table. He gets tripped up. He falls down. He comes back up and he's starting to bleed. I think this is the first time in WWE main roster we've seen Gunther bleed.
Oh,
and he's selling panic. Like what?
Yes.
So this was this chink in the armor. And I remember in our chat when the 1, 2, 3 happened, Ego's right. Ego just goes Gunther and Punk. cinema. And I
Yeah.
said, just wait. And then we heard Burn It Down. And I said, oh, here it comes. Here it comes. And at first it was, he's coming out there, he's on the crutches. Hey, you just enjoy that as long as you can, because I'm coming for you. And Punk can barely stand. He's still like sitting, holding the belt. And Seth goes to go back to the backstage area, and then he stops. Does this little Jesus Christ pose. Turns around, unclips the bracelet. I'm like, oh, here. I knew it. Knew it.
Yeah, that was nice. Oh, great, man.
And we had the heist of the century 10 years ago.
Right, too.
Get the ruse of the century this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we have a new World Heavyweight Championship. New World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins, which is kind of why his boys lost at the start. So it builds this thing at the end.
Yeah.
And that brings us into night 2. Where we were all actively watching here. And we started off with Rhea Ripley, Naomi, and Io Sky. Your initial thoughts, Ego?
I kind of was thinking Rhea might win, but when Naomi won, it kind of made sense that, hey, we're trying to get to Paris next month. All in all, match was decent. I mean, there are spots where I kind of zoned out a little bit, but I mean, they made it as entertaining as they could to kick off the show. Was it WrestleMania? No, it was not. No, it was not. No.
And
but it was all right. It was all right.
And unfortunately, that's the bar that is set now.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. The thing is like, I don't know what more they could have done, and that kind of sucks. It's just that the bar you set back at WrestleMania was so damn high. You're looking for the next step up in the progression of the match that follows the previous PLE. And just last month at Evolution, when Naomi did win, that was actually a pretty good match too. So to go from
so you go from Bianca, Rhea, and Io.
Yeah.
Which is a match of the year.
Yes.
You go to Evolution, Rhea and Io, match of the year. List. So you're thinking, okay, this is just gonna automatically be just as good,
right? Yeah, because I'm thinking, I was like, man, if Bianca Bella, I was like, well, damn, that was WrestleMania, and that's why I have it stuck in my mind. It was so good. So yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was smart to start the night off with that.
Right. And
but it was just all right.
Had WrestleMania never have happened, this would have been a very good match.
Yeah.
And of course, Rhea still can't beat Io.
No, we're gonna continue that for until next PLE, so we'll see what happens.
And then we come to this just car crash here. This train wreck.
Man.
A 6-pack TLC match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. I'll go first on this, and then I'll let you give your overall thoughts, and then we'll go in.
Please do. Please.
Match itself.
6
teams is too many. Man. There's just too much to focus on. The sweet spot is the 3 teams.
Yeah.
In there. That's just my opinion. That's not to say that these 12 guys did not give everything and
right.
Gave a hell of a show. But as far as a at some point, it's like I can't focus. There's too much going on here.
Right.
Okay, thoughts, Ego.
I'm not gonna lie. I need to rest my left eye because it was doing all this shit looking for everybody. Damn, I had to put a towel over like it did 12 quarters. It was rough,
Your
man.
neck muscles to getting sore too.
No, oh man, I had to stay. I had a neck brace at that point because I had to keep going for the betterment of the team. Like it was too much. I think you're right. 3 teams, 4 max is the best. I think the main problem that I had with this, and maybe I don't know, maybe it's because I don't watch SmackDown as often. It felt like this match was lacking a soul, if that makes sense. Okay. Like I'm not feeling it the way that I should for this much chaos, this much carnage. We got tables, we got ladders, we got chairs. Like this should be right at my alley. High spots were decent, but I'm like, there's something else that's missing, and I couldn't figure out what it was.
Maybe that's because you're used to the very bad tag division on Raw.
Maybe, and maybe because, it was. I get it
because this was all SmackDown tag teams.
Yeah, well, and it's like, and I wanted Frax. I was cheering for Fraxium. It was just the fact that like it's like if it's 3 or 4 teams, like hey, 2 teams can handle each other. That means 1 team is battling another. That's good. But with like 6 teams, it's like, well, damn, how long you been on the mat? Like it's been like 6-7 minutes, you know. And B Fab came in, and then Nikki Cross, what was the name again? What was the other one? Nikki Cross came in, and then
Candice
LeRae came in. I'm like, it's like 15 people. Okay, this is a mini battle royale.
First off, Candice LeRae is now a hardcore legend.
That was awesome. I give her props for that spot. It was awesome. It was just, you're right. It's too chaotic. If it were the Wyatt 6, the Street Profits, and Fraxium, fine. Like then the spots with the ladies coming in makes more sense. But it's 15 people, you know, and I'm like, I'm so confused with like who's coming in what. And then the dude from the Wyatt 6 came in and interfered at one point.
Rowan.
It's like, yeah. Roman and Howdy. That's what it's 17 people. 17 people were involved in this match. To get the Wyatt 6 retaining is like, that's very extreme. And it was too much.
We'll get to that.
Right. As just that, yeah, okay. It was too much. You're right. That's overbooked. Way overbooked.
So I took a few notes. I took a few notes on each match, and the first thing I said was ladders. Who needs ladders? Because Rey Fenix and Andrade almost won the tag titles so early in the match when Fenix just jumps up and Andrade just pushes him straight up, and I'm like, he almost got that. Holy crap!
Yeah,
I'm like,
pretty much.
I'm like, who needs ladders?
Bro, I'm a ladder.
Right? Then we had this. And again, you know stuff's going to happen when they're setting tables in certain spots. And all of a sudden, they're not using them right away. We had Johnny Gargano hitting a springboard DDT on Joe Gacy out to the floor onto a table. You had Dexter Lumis hitting a seated senton onto Montez Ford onto the floor through a table. You then had Rey Fenix doing a frog splash through Nathan Frazier onto a table. You then had Tommaso Ciampa laying on a table, got out of the way, because Axiom did a Spanish fly with Angelo Dawkins through a table.
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
Now, I did say that I could see Fraxium coming through this, but I ultimately went with the Wyatts.
Okay.
Because, again, you don't want to start just hot potatoing this title and just let somebody build the momentum with it. You can start telling some stories.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Then, which decent match.
Yeah.
25 minutes went way too long. That was at least 10 minutes
Agreed.
too long.
Fair.
And absolutely the wrong outcome. Now,
Yeah.
you are the Lyra detractor. You are the king of the Lyra Haters Club. Your thoughts on this match?
It just went too long, man. I was falling asleep at one point during parts of it. I had to be woken up with somebody getting hit with something to wake up. And I guess we're gonna talk about some of the faults of the match. It's just I was surprised at the outcome. I will tell you that. I don't know why Bayley had to make an appearance, other than to be a reason why Lyra didn't win, I guess. But I mean, it's a no DQ match. You can still lose those, clean in a no DQ match. It's just it just went too long for me.
Okay.
That's all.
The story they were telling in the ring. I mean, the moment that Becky had Lyra's hands like zip tied, and she is basically defenseless, and she's getting kendo sticked. I'm sure you enjoy that
a little bit,
and so she can't defend herself. She has to basically just twist to kick out. When she did that assisted drop kick jumping off the tables and then did a no hand generated moonsault, I'm like, okay. Yeah. So fighting back, overcoming. I'm like, okay, I see the story. I see where this is going. This is going to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But the match kept going. And Bayley just kind of was not needed. And does Lyra go over in this match? Yes, but in a sympathy way. And sure, that's getting over. But where does she go from here now? So she's going to have a feud with. She's going to have a feud with Bayley, when you could have taken the belt off of Becky Lynch, moved Becky Lynch to SmackDown, where they don't have a top heel or a credible top heel over there to challenge Tiffany Stratton. So now you've just bogged down your talent again on Raw. And that's my biggest problem with this match. Do I think the ladies performed well? Sure. I thought they performed well. Whoever says Lyra is a bad in-ring talent is fucking stupid. You know who you are. So that brought us to this match. This match sucked.
Yeah, I fell asleep on this one too.
This match absolutely sucked.
That's unfortunate too. Yeah.
Well, what's the point of a steel cage if you're not going to use it during the match?
Right.
I mean, the most exciting part was the post match.
Yeah.
When Jacob does a moonsault off the top of the cage onto the two goons.
Right.
And I said, don't be surprised if Solo wins by escaping through the front door, which he did. I did not like this match at all. And I wanted to, because I love Jacob. I think Jacob is great.
Yeah, it's like Jacob didn't deserve that match.
No.
So, He didn't deserve that match at all, and that's what sucks about it. Is like it's a bad match, but it's also it's a steel cage match. You didn't live. You got to live up to the fact that it's a steel cage match. Like, what was brutal that Jacob Fatu had to like escape out? Yeah, I mean, he tried the handcuff thing didn't work. Like that was kind of botched. He broke it, and he flies off. But I mean, there wasn't anything brutal.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, there wasn't anything brutal about the steel cage that
there was nothing savage. There was nothing savage about this match.
No, and like I mean, it could be used to keep people out, but I mean, they just got in anyway. I mean, it's not like the cage was locked at any point, not really. So I mean, that's like, why did you waste all that time and have it just sitting there for 48 hours before you used it, like hanging over like this ominous thing that's going to promise to deliver, and it doesn't. So yeah, by far it was probably the worst match of the night, which is again unfortunate.
So to the production crew and to the writers and producers of this match,
you just made the list.
Agreed.
And then we got this right here. I thought Julia is a top heel. She's the mid-card heel. So she's not in the main event scene, not yet, and she's not ready for main roster. At least I don't think so yet. I mean, she could in very short order, but she's not getting the screen time. That's the problem. But Becky Lynch is already a known commodity within the WWE, within WWE fans. You know she's a heel. She comes over as a heel. It's a lot easier to translate that over. And then we had a tribute match, kind of, in a way. Dirty Dominic versus AJ Styles. Because 20 years ago at SummerSlam was Dominic Mysterio's SummerSlam debut when he was 8 years old in the custody for Dom match between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. You shaking your head, Ego. Why is that?
I'd forgotten about that. And I was like, yo, why is AJ in a lowrider? And then when he hit this, I was like, oh my God, I remember. It was fantastic. That's some great thinking. I really appreciate the thought that went into AJ Styles putting on the character of Eddie for this match. It was fantastic.
Not even that. You had Dominic bring a chair in, slap the chair on the mat, toss it to AJ, and then fall down.
That was awesome. Only to be out part about AJ putting it on his neck and then falling down too, and then shaking like he had a seizure. It was hilarious.
Referee's like, what the fuck? You did that. No, you did that. No, you did that.
They did the Spider-Man meme. Oh, man.
And then ended with yet another tribute to Eddie with the boot.
Oh, yeah, the boot.
As Dominic had unzipped his boot a little bit to kind of loosen it up. AJ's doing the calf crusher. He's wrenching on it and wrenching on it and wrenching on it. Boot comes off. The referee gets spun around, hits AJ with the boot because that goes back to a match between Eddie and Kurt Angle when Eddie did the same thing and Angle was doing the ankle lock and he's wrenching, and Eddie's foot comes out and he escapes and gets the win.
Well done. I will say, as far as entertainment matches, that was probably the most entertaining match that night, or the fun match. It was the fun match that night. Yes.
And Dom really needed this win because he's got a big match coming with the Worlds Collide with Triple Mania, where he's in the main event. And after the big pop that he got after jumping into that match, you're not going to take the belt off of Dominic at this point. and he's being that heel again. He's lying, cheating, stealing, doing all the things that a heel does. So I thought the match was fine. It was entertaining and whatnot. Then main event, street fight. Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Already the fact that there was no Travis Scott.
Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself.
Was not involved. This match was infinitely better than the match we got at WrestleMania.
I can say that as well. True. Yes.
Now, the use of the street fight, the plunder, is really the smoke and mirrors to hide John Cena's deficiencies. Because let's face it, John Cena like used to. So I took a couple notes here again.
Go right ahead. Go ahead.
We had at least 3 disaster kicks from Cody.
Yeah.
3 Cody Cutters from Cody.
Cody Cutters.
We had 2 STFs or STFUs from Cena. 9 AAs.
Wow. Number 9?
9. And 5 Crossroads.
Wow.
Lot of finishers, lots of signature moves.
Yes.
What's happening there, Beak? How are you, sir?
What's happening, B?
Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure to watch. If you're on the rewatch, leave a comment there. Also, give a like. Because again, these are free ways to support the channel.
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
As all of our links to all of our channels are down below in the description. Egos, Duke Devil, Bradley Burnett's, and Matt the Unbearable 773 as well. Also, check out their content. Check out their channels. They're a lot of fun. Okay, your thoughts on the main event before we get to the big surprise.
Yeah, I mean, there was, I guess, some lull spots in there. I was kind of like in and out before Cena came back through the entrance ramp and tossed him there. I was kind of in and out on it. I was trying to figure out when's the street fight part of this gonna start.
A deliberate pace. So again, it's starting at that very deliberate pace.
Right, and I guess it is my attention span means like I gotta keep watching. Something's gonna happen. I gotta keep watching. Something's gonna be happening. I gotta keep watching. So, and after a while, I did.
That is so cute.
Again, as I watched this pretty much the same thing with Gunther and Punk last night, and I was able to get through it and be invested. I wasn't invested until Cena came back through the Titantron for this match. So, I mean, it picked up and it got interesting around the time that Cody started undoing the bottom turnbuckle. There were heelish moments from Cody Rhodes that the crowd certainly did definitely react to. And the tide started to change in favor of Cena around this time as well, which I noticed. But yeah, you're right. Like there were a lot of near falls, a lot of close 2 counts. They got us invested. I mean, yeah. I figured Cody would still come out on top. It was just there was like a seed of doubt for like maybe 3 minutes, and they did a really good job in those 3 minutes.
Now, were you surprised that the crowd was evenly mixed, cheering for both?
No, because I lived in New Jersey, and that is premium New Jersey behavior.
Okay.
That's it. To me, it was expected. Like anywhere else, I think anywhere Midwest to Southern, it would have been more Rhodes versus Cena. But Jersey, that part of New Jersey that's close to New York, they like being obnoxious. So I expected this.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I know this is typical Jersey behavior. That was yeah. Why? Yeah.
I mean, his name is Ego, so
Yeah, I was like, no, this is to me. That's two. Thank you.
no, write that down.
I will. Believe me, I will.
I'll wait.
Pan at here. That's two. That's two. All right.
So
There we go.
couple things that I liked. Cody Rhodes' intro, quotes from his dad. The late great Dusty Rhodes with the little pink with the yellow polka dots, and I'm hearing it, I'm like, oh, that's Dusty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Took a second.
Oh.
Yeah.
oh. You get happy. You get in a bit of a happy spot there. Okay, we'll get to that, Eric. Calm down. Calm. So, again, I thought the match was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Match was fine for what it is. Now, to answer Eric's question, do I think Cena is going to go for the Intercontinental Championship, since that is the only title he has not won, to become a Grand Slam champion? No.
Not now.
No, doesn't need to, because what is next? What is up next for John Cena? Salud. Again, simply put,
I did not see that coming.
At all.
Brock Lesnar.
My God. Man.
The Beast
At least is incarnate, I think.
Yes, the Beast incarnate. Yes. And I got some questions. I got questions, as I'm sure a lot of folks do. And maybe we'll have our legal expert, Duke Devil, look into this and see what's going on here, because I had heard that this was not even possible. Apparently, nothing is impossible. But we do know that why WWE said that they're no longer doing these post-show press conferences, because God forbid they would have to answer questions that they didn't want to do. So it's going to be more the Q&A with the pre-show panelists, some of the talent. And I think we've kind of gotten a new definition, at least as far as the WWE goes, of what kayfabe is, as Ego has left the room right now, and I'm talking to myself and talking to you guys out here. As we're kind of embarking on a new era of kayfabe, and this is with the show with the Netflix series WWE Unreal, where we're kind of seeing, again, we know that there's sausage being made, whereas opposed to the dirt sheets and journalists saying, "Hey, this is what they're doing, exposing how the sausage is made." It's now the creative who's going, "Yeah, we're making sausage. Here's how we make it." Now they control the narrative on what fans are to expect. Without these press conferences anymore, they now get to control what is being said, because it's all scripted. And with what they've done with obviously the two main events, whereas we thought we knew something, ended up being something else, and something that we got completely thrown out of left field, had no idea with, handing the dirt sheets or journalists either zero info or actually the misleading of information. I don't want that to happen. I don't.
No.
I think Stephanie could be agreed as the only McMahon to be back.
Yeah. It's a genie bus situation that got going on, and it's working out for him, so I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah. So, Ego, thoughts on how the WWE is handling letting information out? Are you in favor of it? Are you not in favor? Are you in favor? Are you not?
I think that there's a level to which you should show just what goes into what you do, but I don't believe that you have to show that for your top talent because they've got so much exposure already. Besides being on camera on Raw, on SmackDown, they're doing press releases, they're doing autograph signings, they're doing podcasts for each other, and they've had their own podcasts. If you did this for NXT talent to get faces, to put faces to names that we've heard, to show you who should be next up and coming, and to say like, yo, the guy that was the Heartbreak Kid, this prima donna, this complete asshole, is actually running one of the most successful kind of like indie wrestling performance centers in the world. And everyone that you see that's come out from in WWE in the last 10 years has been a product of that system. Maybe not Sean specifically at that time frame, but everyone comes through here. This is our proving grounds. This
So
is like your go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do what you're saying. If we were to tell you that the two degenerates,
yes,
Triple H
yes,
and Shawn
yes,
Michaels,
yes,
are now running the show at
right
at the top end and the developmental end,
right.
You'd be like, wait, what?
Right. I think that if you did one episode focusing on the Netflix premiere, that would have been great to show what went into that. But for the rest of the show's going to go on for them. But hey, for everyone else that's trying to get a chance, let's show the camera on people that are trying to figure out their spots, that are trying to get people involved when they have to do a house show. I need to talk to Sean about what should my character do to actually get better. If you do things like that, we can take the journey with you. I don't want to take the journey when you're already there.
I think they kind of have of that in this show, LFG.
I'll take even LFG. Like if you included LFG in that, I mean, it's a behind the scenes, I guess. But I mean, I like taking the journey with you when I can clearly see you're on your way. Because don't you remember when you were doing that thing in Indies and you're on NXT? Look, and now you're like a bona fide star. Like my wife and I, we used to watch a lot of shows like that. And I don't know if you remember when The Contender was the thing, the boxing show, early 2000s. Like, I know Sergio Amor was the only person of notice to come out of that. But I mean, like, you remember those fights. Like, you follow someone's career and it gets you attached in a more natural way to me,
or kind of
than just showing you.
Or I know the first season of the Ultimate Fighter when you had Stephen Butler,
Forrest Griffin, like things like that get you invested when you know that they're trying.
Gotcha.
It's like, and I can see that there's going to be some mountains you're going to have to climb, but I like seeing that there's an improvement and you've got people that are legends that are backing your progress.
Gotcha.
I like seeing that.
Okay, so this is going to kind of wrap it up for this edition of a post-Premium Live event edition of Wednesday Nights Overbooked. These were a lot of fun. You get an initial gut reaction, gut thoughts right out the gate. And Expect WWE to be doing more of these. We already know that it's a 2-night event next year in Minnesota. And over the weekend, they at the MetLife for Saturday and Sunday combined, they packed up about 108,000 people.
Wow, man!
Over 2 nights. So this is not good, and that's with the prices WWE charges. So it ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
Does not look like it.
So for my Mr. LeftEyeEgo, do you have anything coming up this week?
No, still working on maybe a possible movie review at this point. But I have some things I'm working on developmentally. Superman review is still out, doing very well as well. Shiro and I will be doing our Ordinary Games on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central, and I'm joined by JV this Wednesday for another episode of Wednesday Night is Overbooked.
That's right. As Ego said, Wednesday Night is Overbooked. Again, we also have a lovely merch store that you can support the channel with as well. But before you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button.
I say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right?
And you can also catch my weekly content as I am creeping up to 750 subscribers. I would love to get to even more of that. I will also be, Wednesday Nights Overbooked, my show with this lovely growing gentleman here, growing, learning, becoming smarter, better takes. We're still working on the Jey Uso thing, but Rome was not built in a day. Also, Thursday, you can catch me with Roman of the Empire, as it is Roman's celebration around the sun, and he has not died. Ego, are you stopping by for that at all?
Yeah, I'll be in for the first hour. Yeah.
Okay. So you can catch us all there. But until that time, I thank all of you. And for LeftEyeEgo and myself, we like to say, we hope you had a great weekend enjoying SummerSlam. Keep talking, keep smiling, keep having fun. Until next time.
Toodles!
Take care.
And here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Ah!